Hey, good morning. Hey, today I wanted to talk about grief. The subject of grief is kind of hard to even deal with because everybody's grief is different. Nobody handles loss and pain the same. Mine, I've been doing it all my life. Yeah. I've had so much grief all my life, so much pain all my life. And a lot of people say, well, you should have gone to a doctor, Billy. But basically, I never had trust in doctors. Because doctors could never diagnose my pain. You're not in pain. Son, everybody's in pain. Drill and say, you know how alive you are by how much pain you're in. Pain tells you just how alive you are. Shut up, Marine. Grab your rifle. Let's go. The time I was in the Marine Corps, I had already been depressed for a good 5 years. Yeah, about 13 is when I started. I was supposed not being taken off Ritalin by the time I hit puberty, and having it blow out my nervous system was a pretty good indication that I couldn't really trust doctors or anybody. So I had to do what I had to do to deal with my grief and my pain. Is grief and pain the same thing? It's really close. It sure is. Grief actually will go away though. Pain sometimes doesn't. By the time I was, old enough to drink, well, I'd already been drunk for 9 years. That alone is pretty depressing. When you got a mother like mine who's going, let's think positive, Billy. Let's put ourselves in this spot of light, of love, of perfection. I'm like, okay, Mom, let's do that. I can't really sit here for another minute, though, Mom. It's hurting to sit here and be all positive like this. So let's get your chakras balanced. Yes. All the proper colors to the proper 7 chakras. Feel the healing begin. Feel the energy rise. Do you feel that, Billy? Well, yes, I do, Mom, but it still hurts to sit here. Well, son, I guess we're going to have to take you to Transcendental Meditation then. Don't tell nobody your mantra now. Why was that? Don't tell nobody your mantra. I was like, shut up, Billy. I've always used laughter to help with my grief. I've always been pretty funny. I've always enjoyed funny things. But after I turned like 50, nothing was really funny anymore. I still was. But nothing else really was. Robin Williams was spectacularly? Well, he was a really funny guy. For an example. I'm sure that his comedy was the way that he dealt with his grief. I'm wondering if the man wasn't in so much pain every day that no doctor could tell him that he was in. There was no reason for that. Maybe he had losses in his life on top of that pain. Yeah, that'd make me even funnier too. Until the pain finally gets you, the depression finally gets you, the being misunderstood, incorrectly diagnosed. Incorrectly? Just correctly. I should really learn how to talk before I do videos. Incorrectly diagnosed. Diagnosed incorrectly. I guess that would be it. Sometimes I like to do that, switch words up and sentences that should go here and then the next one go here. I didn't stick around for school that much. I couldn't sit still, it hurt. What did that add to my grief? So at age 12 is when I first tried to take my life because the grief, the pain, the incorrect diagnosis. What did I have to live for? Life wasn't fun. Life was painful. And so, no matter how balanced my chakras were, no matter how at peace my mind has been, no matter how I filled my aura with pink, loving, healing light, Everybody else went off and enjoyed life. Me, I kind of felt like it's a big prison. This meat suit is a prison to me. And that is grief. So I've been grieving that my entire life, feeling that I did not get a fair shake in this lifetime. Because all my friends are running off, and become, working for NASA, I mean, I had that in me too. I'm a brilliant guy sometimes. Me? I think I remember a job of working at a pizza place a couple times. I think I remember hauling hay. Yeah, loading hay onto this great big truck with a vacuum was like here. And you know how big bales of hay are. And this little guy, me, trying to throw that big old bale up there. Well, I didn't last long at that job. Yeah. I was actually working in the casinos for 13 years of my life. 13 lucky years. Then I realized, wait a minute. So this, I don't have time to play music. And, well, that's driving me kind of nuts. Grief, 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 grief. By the age of 15, I had studied the Urantia book. Loved what it said. Now, hey, there's my religion. By 16, I had found the secret. These wonderful tools that are going to help me to succeed. What? I watched some. They work for NASA. I never studied Urantia or the secret. I joined the Marine Corps. I think it was the day I turned 18. Yeah. Because I had to do something. I couldn't hold down a job. I really couldn't go to school because, well, I dropped out of high school in my senior year. Halfway through my senior year. That's all I could take. I couldn't take no more. Got my GED 10 years later. While I was in jail for not paying child support. If your mother said to people every day, shh, don't tell Billy. Billy would be dangerous with half a brain. Well, what do you think that did to me? Don't tell Mom. Whoever Dad was this week. Let's take Billy to see a psychologist. Let's take Mom first. Got off restriction at age 35. All I ever wanted was to play my guitar and, well, have hair. My sister got the hair. Of course, later on in life, my mom said, well, Billy, you can't have hair and brains both. Does that mean I have half a brain, Mom, or? Billy, you need to get a job. Music's a hobby. Aunt would say, Billy, when I get old, I'm gonna come live with you. I was 8. So by the time I was 18, I took advantage of that. Oh no, I'll just move in with you right now, Aunt Rita. I'll take you into your old age, don't worry. I did. Enabler. Enabler. Grief. Grief, 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 grief. So they had no idea how many calls that my family had with each other going, well, Billy's in the hospital again. Oh, what did he do this time? What did he do to himself this time? Of course, there were more calls that said, well, Billy's in jail again. Why is he in jail again? Well, because he can't seem to pay his child support. Well, son of a bitch, everybody needs to pay their child support. Yeah, well, unfortunately, he's been in a lot of pain. He hasn't said anything about it for years and years and years. In fact, since we beat it out of him when he was 7. Yeah, well, he's a lost cause. Yeah. So after I became violent, now everybody's afraid of me too. Because of a misdiagnosis. It's okay, they didn't know what HAE was back then. They had no idea of a lot of the chronic stuff that people have lived with their entire life. being called crazy for it. Being called stupid, lazy, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I like that. God should invent an animal that goes, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. That'd be my favorite animal. I'd have 3. I always kind of had a problem with being quick, you know. My sister made no man, that snappy, really quickie. You know what I mean? I'm like, what were we talking about? What were we talking about? I was 35 years old before it was discovered that I was lactose intolerant. Well, they didn't really know much about that either in the 60s, 70s, 80s. So it's like, I stopped eating dairy, right? And wow, I felt great. I felt like I was 18 years old again. Of course, I dropped 40 pounds. Well, I ended up going to jail, you know, and I was like, hey, you know, funny. And they were like, well, let's give you an AIDS test. See why you're dropping so much weight. I just told you, I stopped doing dairy. That was holding a lot of weight on me. Let's give him an AIDS test. No, this didn't make me angry at all. Can I have another drink? 6 more? In the next hour? Yeah, that should do it. I'm sure I'll get pretty pissed off by then. 21 years old. I've been having sex for 6 years. Really funny is when I got taken advantage of. Yeah. Well, you know, when your mom is dating the preacher man, and the preacher man's got a daughter who's attracted to me, and I think I was 13, 14. Nah, I was 15. Yeah, 15. Yeah, she thought we should get married. Because if my mom and her dad got married, well, we couldn't be brother and sister like that. Sherry, oh my God, Sherry Chester, oh my God. How many of you have actually been thrown out of a state? I have. Yeah. Thrown out of the state of Montana permanently. I was at a party one night. Well, I was so proud I just had my earring, you know. Yeah. Just fucking new hole in my head. So I had this earring in, you know, and, you know, I guess it was, you know, pre-1980. And, well, yeah, it's 1980. What year did I graduate? 83. That's right, I didn't graduate. Well, I had to drop out of school because it was my senior year, and I had the entire wrestling teams from both high schools after me because I wouldn't take out an earring out of my ear. I was at a kegger. My friends had, you know, we're going to take this girl home. You going to be okay? Heck yeah, man, they got beer. So the next time I'm surrounded by a little kid. I mean, this guy's like this, you know, right? You know, he's on the wrestling team, you know, and he's like, oh, why are you eating shit? You know, hey, why don't you take that earring out of your ear? Here, hold my beer, I said. And I tried. By God, I literally tried, but I was a little too drunk to get it out. And then that's when I stood up and said, no! So that guy, he goes and grabs me in a wrestler hold. And I just picked him up and fucking threw him on the ground and kicked him right here. I turned around, there was another guy standing right there, and he grabs me by the shirt and punches me right in the throat. I bounced off. It was ripped right out of my shirt. He couldn't believe it. I just looked at him and he just, you better run. And I looked behind me, here's a wrestling team. Full wrestling team from my high school in Missoula, Montana. Both high schools, Hellgate and Sentinel. You better run, boy. Well, I did. And I'm a fast runner. So I don't have much stamina, but they didn't catch me. I hid in the bushes, in the trees. I heard cars coming down the road, you know. And I hid. I kept walking down the road. I hid. I walked all the way to the highway. Because we were way out there, man. Before a car stopped and said, hey, you need a ride? It's like, yeah. It took me another 35 miles back to Missoula. So next day, at school, guess it was a couple of days, cause, yeah. Anyways, I have a friend come up to me and hand me this metal pipe. It was about this long, about that thick, and I mean, this was a pure, straight up metal pipe. He said, Billy, you're gonna need this. Both high school wrestling teams are waiting for you outside. Oh, shit. Well, I'm in the band room. I hear this because I'm a musician, not a wrestler. Kid deserved to have his fucking teeth fucking knocked out by my boot. Would you say? So I slipped out the back way with my friend. And my friend Jay, you know, he was like the toughest guy I'd ever met. You know, he beat the shit out of me once. He said, you would never get up if I hit you in the face just once. I got up 3 times to prove him wrong. Montana, what a violent fucking place. But you only had to be 18 to drink. Well, that was when I was 17. When I turned 18, they switched it to 19. Grief, 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 grief. So my buddy and I went running out the back door. We had a whole football field to cross before we got to the parking lot of the football field. By then, here they come. Somebody saw us. Here they come. Yep. One kid's on the back of a motorcycle. His pal pulls up right to my buddy, and buddy jumps off the back of the bike and starts hitting Jay in the face. Just starts punching at him, right? But next thing I know, Jay's surrounded. I'm running. I saw Jay fight for a freaking long time, but I saw he was going down, and I knew if I could get this one freaking guy off of him, then we could win this thing. So that pipe slipped out of my shirt that my friend had given me. And I popped that kid right here, right in the back of the head. I guess I missed killing him by just that much. I took off running. Man, I ran because the coach was coming after me now. The coach saw what was going on. You know. I ran. I was hopping fences. I'm talking 6-foot fences, and I'm just up and over them. I did 6 of those, knocking on back doors. Hey, help, help. Next one, bam, bam. I fucking found the door open. It was my friend Dave's. Oh my gosh, Dave Burnett. Went in here. Fucking I had been in his house before. Went and hid my pipe underneath his bed. And I could hear the coach coming. I watched him stumble over a few of the fences, but he finally figured out where I was. He came inside, he grabbed me, threw me on the ground, and said, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. And I just fucking tucked myself into a ball and let him punch at my back. Lucky for me, I'd already called the cops from Dave's house. And they said, we've already gotten calls on this. Help's on the way. I went to jail. Day I went to the court, and I already had a bus ticket out of the state of Montana. So I need to get somewhere more positive. So the judge said, get out of this state, Mr. Woods, and do not come back. I snuck in once to get my stuff, but I've never been back. Grief, pain, man. I wasn't even 18, I was only 17 and a half right then. Yeah. That's when I dropped out of school though. I had 17 and a half credits, I only needed 18 to graduate. Remind me to tell you about Provo, Utah. Provo Canyon Boys School. Yes, I was there 365 days. You know, it cost me a lot. It cost me a lot of grief, it cost me basically my future. Because, well, when I was 4, it was an auto accident. Lady ran a stoplight, rammed right into the passenger side of the door. That's where I was. Well, they didn't have car seats back then. I was 4 years old. Spinal fluid broke, rushed into my head. They rushed me to the emergency room. Hey, that's drainage out on both sides. That's not going to cause you no harm later. Pain, grief, pain. I was awarded a lot of money. You see, for that accident, I was awarded a hell of a lot of money. My mom spent it One of the greatest things she ever did, though, for me was send me to private boys' school in Provo Canyon, Utah. For 365 days. I think that was $18,000 of my money. That way my mom spent the rest, so I had nothing when I was 21 or 18. See, I didn't even know about it until after I was 18. I think I got $1,500. I said, well, my mom says, here's your trust fund. Luck with that, dropout. Oh, and you should probably quit drinking. I can see it's starting to piss you off.
Come on, Billy. You know how to clear your chakras. You know how to put the light around you. Come on, do it now. Do it now.
I actually became a pretty good dealer. I was a pretty good pit boss. I did my best, and I was better than most. I was once top 10 in one of the top 10. I was once in the top 10 dealers in all of Nevada, including Las Vegas. Top 10. It's probably 10, but hey, that's not bad at it. Too bad as soon as I got off work that no matter if I made $20 or $100 plus my wages, I went to the bar. I never gambled till after I'd had 6 or 8 beers, and then I felt lucky. I never went home with any money ever. Sometimes I won gambling. I gave it all back. Just give me one more cocktail, I'll give it all back to you. Not a problem. But that sure pissed me off too. I'm pissed off at me. Nah, come on, I know better than this. My grandfather owned casinos. You know what he used to tell me? I've said this to people my whole life. Best way to double your money is to fold it in half, put it back in your pocket. It only cost me $60,000 before I put that good advice into practice. I think those are some child support payments. Oops. My advice on that, it's cheaper to keep her. By this time, I had attempted suicide at least 6 times. I didn't want to be here. This world is too much grief, too much pain. Agony. Body hurt, my mind hurt, my positivityness hurt. Everything about me hurt. Everything what was in front of my eyes, which I know I created, didn't have much help. I had to do it on my own. Well, I'm smart, but not that smart. I had to go the wall route, Keep walking until I hit a wall. Turn. One day turn, because hit the wall, hit the wall, hit the wall. Oh yeah, turn. Yeah. Now it's in view. Why, it looks beautiful. Just so easy. Okay, let's take care of business. All right, let's go talk to the doctor and see if we can get diagnosed correctly so we can figure out what's causing this pain.
Well, Mr. Muntz, it would appear that you're just entirely crazy because then nothing shows up on your test. We don't have any idea.
Can I have some pain meds?
Oh, Mr. Muntz. We only give those out to people who are in pain. You drink alcohol, right? You smoke pot? Well, that's not illegal, boy. What else have you done? LSD, meth.
Pretty much everything but heroin. Huh. Point in my life, I'd give it all up for a big shot of heroin when I was 12. I had a friend in Montana, man. He was like freaking 14 years old. Now he was 16. He was 16. See how my memory works? Not so well. Richie died of cancer at age 16. And I was thinking, you lucky bastard. I'm so jealous, you lucky fucking bastard. And that's the way I felt about everybody that I know who has died. You lucky fucking bastards. God. Can you imagine what my relationships were like? Chasing me with beer bottles, trying to sneak up on me with beer bottles in their hands. Good thing all the universal teachings that I get made me quite aware of what was going on around me at all times. I had to. I always had people trying to sneak up on me and kick my ass. They actually caught up to me. Hit me right here. Uppercut. I should have died from that one too. No, not me. Just made me less cute. All I've ever wanted to do was just find myself a deserted island and go there. Because at least I understood me. I didn't know why everything was happening to me physically. I had no idea. I should not be in this much pain is what I've been told by everybody. So, take him next door. Psychiatrist's office. See, I had to outsmart those guys. I had to outsmart all of them. Otherwise, I'd still be in some mental institution. The first time I was ever sad about the loss of a life was when I lost the life of a pet. Till then, death didn't bother me. As soon as I had a pet die, it crushed my heart. Yeah, all the girls that left me too, that didn't do my heart no good either. But I was feeling really, really sad and worthless the first time I lost a cat. Watched it hop over the fence while a dog grabbed it. Freaking pit bull. Broke its legs. Cat still managed to climb up a tree. And I ran out there as fast as I could. Hopped over that fence. I didn't care if that dog bit me or not. And I looked at that dog and I looked straight up at the tree where my little kitty had climbed up with just its front claws because its back claws were just hanging there. I turned around just for a second to make sure that dog wasn't sneaking up on me. And my cat fell and hit the ground. Grief. Fucking grief. Pain. This was a good time for me to just resort back to the white light and clearing my chakras. And be sober, Billy, because you're really mad. And every year when the family just gets together, which I stopped doing that when I was about, 16, because I just couldn't stand none of them no more. That's right, my brother. Beer in his hand. Remember that time? Remember that time when Billy pooped his pants and stuck it in a puzzle box and, well, Mom sold it at a yard sale? This is like 40 years later. Did mention I was lactose intolerant, right? Yeah. I was 7 or 8 and, well, pooped my pants. Yeah. Didn't make it to the bathroom quickly enough. Well, I was kind of embarrassed by that because, I figured I was going to get a spanking for that. But be positive, Billy. Don't be angry, Billy. Don't be angry. Everybody on their 21st birthday is like, all right, I get to legally drink. This is not your first drink. But we're legal now. Yay. Everybody has so much fun on their 21st birthday. I spent mine in jail because I was crawling down Virginia Street. I was trying to zip up my coat, because it was cold. And I ended up on my knees and I couldn't get up. So I'm crawling down Virginia Street when I get pulled over. Took them a while to catch me, I'll tell you. But they got me. And so I ended up spending my 21st birthday in the drunk tank. Well, because I got down there and I was a little pissed off at the cops, I was pissed off at everything by age 21. So that's where I spent my 21st birthday. Next morning I had to go to court. And thank God the judge was on my side and saw just how stupid the cop was. It kind of pissed me off. The cop was actually trying to get me to take a swing at him. The judge goes, this cop is fucked. His exact words. Mr. Wood, you're free to go. Oh, thanks, Your Honor. That makes everything all better. My mom should have named me Charlie Brown. Oh, good grief. Good fucking grief. See, I've had to laugh it off. I've had to just put a big old smile on my face and laugh all this stuff off. But by the time I'm 35, I've tried to kill myself at least 7 times. I stuck a knife in my chest. The knife looked like this. Very same freaking knife. Look how big that sucker is. I stuck it directly in. And it was a serrated one too. I felt it poking at my back. It went all the way in. I pulled it out and I yelled, "Help!" And blood shot 35 feet across the room. Hit the wall. Bam! I don't think I'll be doing that again. I lay down. Paramedics got there. They took me to the hospital. I'm like, God, they're put pressure on here. They gotta stop the bleeding, Holy shit, this kid could die. And they stuck this great big old tube in me, man. I mean, that thing was like that. The scar I have from my knife wound is like that. The one I got for that is there. It's huge. Well, we needed to stick that in you to keep you alive. Grief, pain, mercy, please. Have mercy. Let me die. So when my wife passed away, I didn't really have much to live for after that, did I? Instead, I've only tried to kill myself once. No, Billy, you are loved. You have a purpose here.
God has big plans for you, Billy.
Yes. The oyster is at the bottom of the ocean. I know you've been there. Yeah, you should have let me drown. I'm praying for you, Billy. The biggest prayer that I could ask for, really, is that God just strike me down. Just both the lightnings. That's all it takes. Just strike me down. Prayer. Prayer's answered. Prayer. Oh, gosh, prayer. Grief. Pain. Agony. So I've got, 2 kids and, about $60,000 behind in child support. The kids are grown. About $60,000, yeah. And I'm making payments. I'm missing payments. I make payments. I go sit 30 days in the jail because the judge says, "Well, that's the same thing you said last time here, Mr. Woods." I've got it right here. Yeah, you're right, Hunter. Because nothing's changed. Well, Mr. Woods, have you tried working at McDonald's? Yeah. This has been my life. For real. I'm not lying. So when I lost my 26-year-old son to a vehicle pedestrian accident, I didn't have a son anymore. His mom decided that she's going to stick me with the rest of that child support. $35,000. Grief, agony, anger. Yeah, I used the C word on that one quite a few times, and I don't use that word very often. But, this has been my life. This is depression. This is where I get anxiety from. I'm afraid to go out in the world because every time I go out, I get arrested. Because my ex-wife has got a freaking warrant out for me for child support. Why don't you work more, Billy? Well, because I suck at it, for one. For two, I'm in so much pain that everybody tells me I'm not in. Yeah. I'm looking for a new drug, and I can't pass the drug test. And I'm just going, I've got a migraine. Will you get me a Valium? So you see, comedy is very important to me. I have to laugh it off because what else am I going to do? Can I forget about everything? I actually had until I just started talking about it in this video, and it's brought up so many memories, so many things that I've forgotten about, so many things I put away because I was told, shut up, Billy. Oh, let the past go, Billy. Today's a new day. And I think, yeah, today's a new day to be in pain. Life, prison, meat suit, bad, defective. Friends, family. We're supporting you, Billy. Gosh, we love you. You're gonna do so well. All you have to do is believe. So just know when I'm doing my comedy and I'm laughing, I'm really standing here going, I'll do it with a smile on my face and love in my heart, that's for sure. Because I'm a pretty loving and passionate, compassionate, empathetic, sympathetic, loving type of guy. And you'll hear me say at the end of this video, don't forget, I love you. I really do. I love everything. I love every single atom, every single quantum bit, particle, everything I love. That includes my creator. Well, let's call him Warden. Because, you gotta like the Warden, otherwise he might be here forever. Oh, no. Just me. Oh, please, here's what I should do. Send me $1 and I'll let you pray for me. Send me $2 and let's pray that I get out of here. Because I need the money. You too can heal your past. $7.99. That's right, $7.99. And that's 15% off our normal price for you, Billy. We'll help you heal. Well, we forgot about you, Billy. But here's a pin for your lapel. It's a cross. Do you know Jesus? So I thought this was a pretty good grief discussion. Let me know in the comments, have you dealt with your grief and pain? Because I'd like to hear some things that work for you. So I can check it off my list. Nope, tried that. Nope, tried that. Ooh, this one looks good. I have not tried that. It's in 20 years. I'm going to try that again. Let's see. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell if you'd like to get notifications. At least like it, Likes are good. Have a great day, and remember, I love you all.